I will take this opportunity on behalf of the university to actually welcome you to Egerton University. The objective is to share achievements, highlights, and experiences that were gained from the implementation of this particular project. This particular workshop is anchored on the project objective of improving partner higher education institutions' capacity to provide climate-smart entrepreneurship education with problem-based learning methodologies through the ODEL-OR approach.
It is exciting looking at the impact that this project has had in the African universities. And here when I talk about the African universities, we have a consortium of 7 universities. 2 universities are from Finland, that is Hamk University and Aalto University. 3 universities from Kenya, that is Egerton University, the University of Nairobi, Southeastern Kenya University. And then we have 2 other universities from Zambia, that is the University of Zambia and Mulungushi University.
Despite the bumpy start due to COVID and some other factors, I think that the project has actually accomplished very much. We have reached the objectives and a bit more. Plus, we have even got into areas that weren't defined in the original project document. I feel that we have co-created and we have collaborated in a nice way.
Even as project coordinators, we were open to learning from the partners involved. What has contributed to our success is probably the collaboration and the openness of partners and their willingness to try, because most of the methods we applied, some of them, of course, were tested. But then when it comes to how workshops were organized or how even the content of some of the workshops, how it developed, it was very participatory, so that it didn't come from us, but then we tried to involve the partners as much as possible.
In this project, I have also been training in the very beginning the mentors and trying to create the atmosphere or the attitude for PBL. And again, looking back those several years and what I hear today, it is amazing kind of change in the mindset. Which is really good to hear and evidence also.
Here at Egerton University, the training has been offered to almost all academic staff as of now. And from those trainings now, we as Egerton University, we've been able to review all the curriculums, looking at all the objectives and the learning outcomes, and also embedding entrepreneurship in this curriculum.
I used PBL earlier on, but the approach was like it was for students to participate in an activity in the community so that they could apply the theories that we had taught them in class. But this time round, having now amplified it to be a methodology of teaching, it is very exciting.
It has brought along understanding of curriculum development and also the mode of delivery and more collaboration between the department, among the lecturers and even other departments.
In the past, we would bring soil samples to the lab at the University of Zambia, then we would give the samples to the students to analyze, then they write a practical report, and then we mark it ends there. So basically in that kind of teaching, students are focusing more on the grades and not the skills and the competencies. So the approach has changed. How has it changed? I allow my students to go to the fields for small-scale farmers, collect the soil samples from there, bring them to the lab, analyze the soils, and identify the soil constraints to crop production. When they do that, I expect them to write a report to address those challenges, and that report is supposed to be shared with the farmer so that that farmer solves those problems.
This project has challenged the traditional teaching methodologies by introducing problem-based learning, which is learner-centered. And I think this is a paradigm shift from what we've been used to. And this is an effective way of communicating the material to the students so that students become co-creators of knowledge rather than just absorbing the knowledge that comes from the lecture.
We have been implementing student challenges for 3 years, so we can also see people growing. We can see the students' career path, and we can see the change in their attitudes and improve in their knowledge. and employability, because they are learning work-life relevant skills during the student challenges.
My name is Esther Bonita. I come from Nakuru County in Kenya, Nakuru East Ward, Nakuru East Sub-County, in a village called Pipeline Mzewanyama. So when the university came to the village, we were just doing things the village way. For now, currently we have a brand of our organic fertilizer, biopesticide, foliar and the plant protein. And we have an open market now where we can sell our poultry. And we've already branded our fertilizer, what we didn't even have an idea on. So they helped us even in the marketing issue, how we can do our own marketing.
What I gained from the student challenge is I got a deeper understanding of a subject matter. When I work with my teammates and the mentors, it enabled me to think of the challenge in different perspectives and views. Not only from my own view, since we were people from different disciplines, what I could think of now, I got a better understanding from another person in a different discipline. Yeah, and also personally, I gained interpersonal skills like communication, and also to learn to work with people as a team, to be patient with people, and to be understanding. That way you can achieve more.
Our challenges have our students coming from Finland to join our student teams, and that's brought in the issue not just of multidisciplinarity, not just multi-country, but multicultural. Students from Europe have very different minds and ways of thinking, and that has introduced some very interesting dynamics, both in terms of the solutions coming out, both in terms of these different groups learning from each other, and just perspective changing and maybe mindset changing, attitudes changing, because you can actually see it among the students. So I think that's been a very useful part of this.
We've had 65 students who have participated in the student challenges, and from that we have 25 of them who have been able to start their own enterprises due to the skills that they have got from the student challenges. Others have gotten 20 of them, 22 actually have been able to be employed in the different industries that we've been collaborating with in the student challenges.
Through this, we have seen students start their journey of developing products which, when they are ready, they will be able to use them as they leave the university and go and upscale them and make businesses out of them.
Egerton has been working with the PBL-BioAfrica project to try to augment itself towards open university and open and distance learning. This has been done through first training of lecturer in what OU and ODL is, because as much as we have been implementing a similar case in our own activities, we needed to align our OU and ODL so that we can be able to fulfill the needed 21st century learner skills.
Where the world is, technology is the thing. That is where we are, and that is where the world and all is going to. So in education, we have no choice but to adapt it. We have no choice but to embrace it, to ensure that we are able to offer a relevant education and move with the innovations in technology as they come and go.
We have been able to disseminate in different fora, for example, the Nairobi Innovation Week, the Ruforum AGMs, conferences. We have also been able to publish articles, and we are happy about the results, and we believe that these results will have a great impact from now and even into the future.
Let's congratulate Professor Naomi and the whole team. This project was selected one of the innovations in the university. So we want to see the trophy and we want to celebrate that properly at some point. But I think this confirms that what has been going on inside Nairobi University and in the other universities. It's a lot that is happening.
We were selected as the 4th best innovation at the University of Nairobi. Yes. It was under the Faculty of Education. It is a delivery method that we want to integrate into our teaching system. So we congratulate all of ourselves.
I've been already meeting some friends of mine here and hearing how this this society keeps on changing, that you hear from people from different angles. This kind of things, that education will be availed for a larger number of people, quality education. This is something that will change this society. It's moving very fast. It's amazing how fast this society is moving now. And then when the universities can give this kind of contribution, what we are now talking about, I think we are exactly on the right track.